1 in 4 Australians will experience an anxiety disorder in their lifetime. This is huge, and we're seeing it more and more in the clinic. Now, when we speak about anxiety, there are 2 various categories. Now, everyone has experienced a moment of anxiety in their life, and chances are it was actually quite helpful in that moment, whether it be just before a date or about a presentation at work. What I want to talk about today is when anxiety becomes disordered or unhelpful in your day-to-day life. This is what we call anxiety disorders. Now, psychologists talk about 5 different types of anxiety disorders, but I want to talk about the most common, the one that most people experience, and that is known as generalized anxiety. Generalized anxiety presents in 2 major parts: the physical, and then that being in the mind and the worry. Anxiety, as we most commonly talk about it, is the physical component, the tight chest, the knot in your throat, the feeling of unsettled in your gut, that sense of urgency that just seems to never go away. Then there's the cognitive or the mind component. That's what we talk about as worry. That's the attempt to think about, preempt, rehearse conversations in your mind to try and take control. Generalized anxiety is anxiety that doesn't seem to have a place where it rests. For example, it's not a phobia, it's not a fear, it just seems to be everywhere, where that sense of concern just doesn't seem to let go. And what happens with people that I work with is that they report to me that they find themselves trying to cut off every source of possible uncertainty. What's going to happen at work today? What's going to happen on the traffic to the drive to work? What's going to happen with their presentation? What mood's my boss going to be? And they try and take and think about preemptive steps to control every area of our lives. Unfortunately, this is impossible. And trying to do that actually creates more and more worry that needs to be micromanaged. And that creates that overwhelming sense of I'm not in control of what's going on at the moment. Catching this in the mind, making sure that you know that worry, while helpful in some problem-solving situations, if it's left unchecked, will just grow and grow and grow. Then learning how to quiet the body and go, okay, I can control this, I can maintain a sense of control and stability while being uncertain is key to this. So what I'm trying to get across to yourself or to people that I see is that the attempt to control it is often feeding the fire rather than stopping it. And taking a practical approach towards controlling that is the first step in effective therapy.